Hello everybody, welcome back to some Subnautica below zero. So as you can see, I do have a thing marked there. I don't think we're actually going to go for it. That's more or less just because like I think what we are going for is near that. But it's probably, that is probably way deeper. We'll see when we get there. I might go for it. If like, cause like it's quite, like I don't know how far it is. Like obviously the further, like it's 1200 meters. So like obviously like the further away it is, the less deep it is. But considering that I've already checked my map here, and the things on it are like 400 meters down, and neither of them include anything that has to do with the architect body cache. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that what we're going for today isn't there. Because like I said, I do want to try and get like surface level stuff before we go deeper and deeper. Um, But yeah, we're heading to an area called the Tree Spires, which we haven't been to, and I do not recall what it is, what it looks like. Okay, I know that noise. That's the little dudes. Like that's those guys. We don't need to worry about them. They're not faster than me. Oh, hello. Uh, well, this would be the engines, right? Yeah. Okay, so hang on a second. Maybe I can use that to get a little bit more accurate. These longer trips are a little bit harder to. Okay, well that's the stern. I actually don't see the. That's purple vents debris. Because yeah, we're looking for the bow of the ship, and then there's another location close to it that I was kind of hoping that we would reach. But this just looks like trash. And maybe this is just trash. Like I'm not even seeing like. Oh well, no, there is a way into it though. And I've been here before, so I've definitely been here before, which is weird because that would, I guess. Oh, hang on, where's the base? The base is mostly north, which is there. Okay, so this must be the stern, I guess. I don't know. I guess I don't really. Right, bow. The stern would be the back. Duh. Okay, did something just hit my boat or hit my truck? It wasn't even moving. Anyway, I need to basically go. I need to go deeper for the one platform that we're going for. Um, and actually, if I if I wanted to, right here would be where we would go down, more or less. Anyway, to actually, I guess we would go down just a little bit back there to get down to Matilda Marguerite uh, sea base. And actually, if that's 600 down, Marguerite sea base is pretty deep as well. So maybe we will go for this now. But if we are, I am going to turn on my misspelled. Oh, but that's back there. Okay, so that's 200 down below us. That's 500 down below us. Oh, hello, Mr. Glue Whale. Oh yeah, I remember this place because I think this is where we entered to get to her thing last time, or we came out over here or something. Because I'm vaguely recalling this, because I think I was grabbing other stuff as I went. But yeah, let's see if we can find our way, since we're this close, find our way back to her sea base. Granted, I will need to find the way we came out, since that marker is just, oh my god. is just her base, not the way to get into it, unfortunately. Oh, here we go.
You came within range of data that might help with the construction of a new storage medium. You must continue to investigate.
Yeah, alright. It's like right here. So let's go to it. I mean, it's only... Yeah, hang on. I mean... Okay, so we're at 380. It's about 240 down. That would be... Yeah, we should be able to reach that.
I strongly sense my people's technology nearby. A body component is near.
Ooh, although... It is now even deeper than this. Okay, but while we're here, there is also this plant that I would like. Just... Oh, and there's also another plant to scan back at the base, because I did actually go and look for some stuff. Flora sample used in advanced construction. All right. How many did that give me? 3. Go. And then I'll grab 1 just because. What do we got here? Argentite, copper ore. What is this? A flowering spore. A floating spore emitted by the Grand Cotton anemone. The spore is slightly more buoyant than water and floats, suspended in its biome and carried along by ocean currents. When the spore brushes against an acceptable surface, the spore breaks open and a seed latches on in hopes of growing. Okay, well, it wants me to harvest it, so let's grab one. I can now make benzene out of it. It doesn't look like I'll be able to get this anywhere else, so... Oh, is this a new fish? Or is this a tripod one? There might be multiple. Nope, triops. I guess, yeah, triops, not tripod. Oh, well, if I want quartz, that's down here as well. Oh god, they're everywhere down here. I'll grab 4 of them. I don't know what I need benzene for, but I may as well grab it. Oh god, I am remembering this area now from when I was looking around in the creative mode. This is the area that I constantly got lost in. Oh god, that's right. And I think there actually is something violent down here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's anything like... I think it's just like one of the things that we've already come across. This looks different though. A loop plant, eh? This terrestrial plant features 2 thick red stalks that intertwine around a centralized green bulb. A series of thin yellow rings grew around the bulb in a decentralized orbit. All right, so I think Lily Pad's crevice maybe is where we are. Deep crystal, deep lily pad caves. That's a cache. Apparently there's still stuff in like the deep twisty bridges. I'm actually not... Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know where we are on this map anymore. Oh god, because I'm not seeing, like, I don't know if... I guess this thing that we're looking for is called a cache, so maybe that is what it is, what I'm looking at? I don't know. I am glad just from remembering my experience trying to navigate this place in creative mode that I did build the ion things for my sea truck, because that should help. Oh, getting closer. I don't think that means a whole lot, though. We got deeper, I guess, not. Didn't really get all that much closer, though. What is that? Oh, I think that was just a ruby, actually. Yeah, just a ruby. Okay, so if we are in the caves, in the deep lily pad cave. Well, let's see. How deep is this thing? It says it's at 623, which I feel is probably about what we're at, right? Like we're at 544, it's still down below us, so it is probably this thing. Unfortunately, this map isn't really like a you can navigate cave systems kind of map. It is very much these things are in this general vicinity kind of map, which is fine because that means I get to explore, and I like exploring. That's a very weird plant. Oh, actually, you know what? I should. That's probably something I can scan as well, isn't it? Because it is like a giant, yeah. One of the largest multicellular organisms in this sector of 4546b, the grand cotton anemone, is hard to miss. The species propagates by emitting a steady flow of spermatozoa, reminiscent of flower pollen, that are forced out of its opening as a result of gas exchange. Periodically, a large egg is expelled. Once fertilized, the egg develops into a planular larvae, which drifts through the local environment before establishing itself on the ocean floor. Collect the eggs, yeah, so that's okay. Do you already have some eggs? But we'll probably need more, but obviously that won't be a problem here. But yeah, in between parts, I did look up, since I have all the plants and that. Oh, and I also built some more stuff back at the base, which I didn't show you. Uh, I guess when we get back, assuming I don't get so horribly lost in this cave. Oh yeah, I think, the fuck is that? Hey, are you hostile? I honestly don't know. Guess we're about to find out. Oh, a lily paddler, eh? Oh god, it just like made me high though. A medium-sized herbivore with an elongated bifurcated torso and multiple bioluminescent adornments, slow and vulnerable to attack, long arms for seed foraging on the ocean floor. Um, An array of feather-like appendages display varied colors in low light conditions. When threatened, the paddler emits a pheromonal defense that disrupts higher-order brain function in certain species. At night, the paddler's illuminated plumage looks like a school of smaller fish, perhaps convincing predators they're not worth the chase. Dangerous and unfamiliar environments approach with caution, but it doesn't look like they actually damage. They just oh, is that actually a thing that just ate that, or am I seeing shit? Nope, it is actually a thing. All right, a spiky trap. This highly dangerous carnivorous life form manages to thrive in certain environments in spite of its lack of mobility. It quietly blends into terrain, camouflaging itself among similar looking coral or anemone. When prey accidentally stumbles into proximity, the creature quickly lashes out with its strong adhesive tentacles and will attempt to pull its target into its thorny, gaping maw. Can be deadly to oblivious explorers. Pay attention to your environment when these creatures are present, watching and listening carefully. It's signs of imminent attack. All right. So that's good to know that the floor can eat me, and I mean that's assuming that it's just the floor. That's what that thing gets for making me high, though. Got eaten. Oh, this looks promising. Here's a thing. Of course, on the map it kind of looks like I'm supposed to be heading north or south, but I mean it could just be I need to go deeper and then head south. Yeah, this is promising. Um, Oh, here we are. Yeah, so many layers to this cave. No wonder I would get lost. Oh, that's the thing I was talking about. That's what I was remembering was down here. That weird ass thing. It's like a shark, but it's got like a tentacle mouth or something. I imagine we'll get a better look at it at some point, but oh, we found it. We found it. Do 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 do. Uh oh, there you go. Thanks, buddy. Okay, but it looks like I still shouldn't take this with me, so. Alright, what do we got in here? Anything worth scanning? Ancient ornamental plant, eh? Molecular scans point to an incredibly slow cell metabolism, which is backed up by carbon dating. The plant cells appear to be engaged in a process known as transdifferentiation. This process alters the state of cells and transforms them to a new cell type over time. Through this process, the plant continuously replaces any poor biological material, allowing it to potentially live for incredibly long periods of time. The carefully regulated structure of this plant's cellular biology and the intentional nature of its display amongst other alien artifacts suggest that the architects designed and cultivated this plant for some kind of aesthetic or cultural purpose that we can only speculate about. Hey, look, an architect component. Boop. Skeletal structure. A dense synthetic skeletal structure made from unknown alien components. It is estimated that the skeletal material would score a 10 on the Mohs test for material hardness. It is highly resistant to shattering due to its incredibly strong impact strength. And we did get the recipe for it. Polyaniline, diamond, and plasteel. Okay, well, plasteel, diamond, easy enough. Oh, oops. Polyaniline, though. Oh, also, what was that? Oh, the plant shell. Polyaniline. Vehicle. No. I can make. Oh, I can make a spicy fruit salad. Okay. Polyaniline, gold and hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is the anemone, and salt. I guess we don't technically
This
have salt.
skeleton is very dense, able to handle heavy forces. A good frame for my new form.
Are you okay, Alan?
It is not often that I gaze upon the form of a fallen architect.
Is this place another sort of sanctuary? It's peaceful. Beautiful, even.
As the bacterium spread, the continuation of life became uncertain. This is a place to reflect.
I think I understand.
Alright, so that's cool. We can build that, like, immediately. I don't... Is that something that, like, I'm going to have to... I'm not exactly sure how we're going to put it together. But while we're down here... and around it, we may as well grab the cotton that I need. So I needed 3, because I only need 1 of those, so... That gives me 3, which is good enough for now. I also need salt, but I can get that almost anywhere. What is this? Oh, it's nickel. Guess we should grab some of this while we're down here as well. Nickel is a medium hard ductile metal used extensively in production of strong metal alloys. It has applications throughout the construction industry. Nickel ore. You know, this is the second time now that we found nickel, and then it's been like nowhere. What is this? This uranite or whatever the fuck that I don't care about. Ruby. Here and shit. But I think it's just the anemones. Anemone. Nope. I see you down. Ow! Alright. Alright, listen here, you prick. You shoot out way too far. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, though, which is nice. Like, considering how far away I was and that thing still got me, Like, if that actually did, like, serious damage, I'd be pissed. That's just a ruby. It looked different for some reason. What is chance of gold? That one. Hey, more nickel. I unfortunately did not bring my mineral detector, although I hear glow whale, which is I don't think glow whales should be down here. I mean, maybe. Could also be the weird shark. That just a diamond. Yeah, I feel like that's the shark thing somewhere. Oh yeah, there it is. Well, let's see if I can get a scan. Squid shark. Squid shark. Still not a huge amount of damage, so I'll risk it. And God, everything just turns you around. There it is. It's more annoying than the actual damage it does. God, I wish there was a close all feature to this. Where is it? There it is. The squid shark. A Leviathan class, which is not very big, predator at the smaller end of the scale with complex squid-like adaptations which allow it to hunt a wide range of prey. Expel swallowed seawater through vents on either side of its body, providing slow and steady jet propulsion or terrifying bursts of speed. An internal jaw can be extended and clamped down around small prey, dragging them inside the mouth hole. Two blue electrified tentacles drag beneath its body, used to perform hit and run attacks on larger, slower targets, subduing them over time. I'm also realizing that I didn't bring my, oh, fuck off. Did I not? Yes, I did. I just didn't have it in my thing. My sea glide. Alright. Let us see if we can, find our way out of here now. Because like I said, I did constantly get lost down here. Before. Around this way. God, some of these are huge. Because, yeah, I think my main issue, I think that's more difficult, with down here is that they had a lot of areas that were like, you could get like, well, just like that were kind of like looped around. What are you? Are you something I already, a spinefish? Apparently I have already scanned you. Okay. This is where in the first game you had the I don't remember what it was. Basically just like a string on like a reel. Oh wow, I think I actually already made it out. And I don't think I ever used it in my video, but I would have definitely used it in this game, and maybe it's in this game. I don't know. It very well could be. Okay, let me get my map back. Okay, so okay, with deep. lily pads is there. It's not where we went then. Yeah, deep lily pad caves. That is actually where we went. Huh. Okay, well, if that's the case, then it's not exactly the thing that I was going for, that I wanted first. Oh, fuck. But it should be just like directly above us, I guess. I think it's supposed to be at like about 200 meters or so. Ooh. But yeah, it should be like just up here. I don't see it though. Is this? No, this is just big lily pads. How deep is this supposed to be? I want to say approximate depth is 200. Something bitey is around here. Okay, so at about 200, and in this general vicinity, we did get turned around quite a bit up there, and there's no guarantee that what we just came out of is the marker on the map. But we might be able to find it. And the thing is if we can find that, then I can find the other place that I really want to go to. The other part of the Mercury too. Oh, the squid shark's here too. Pricks. Yeah, oh, I don't know what the hell I'm catching on. Okay. Alright, well, I don't think that we are where I think we are. Because we're definitely not finding it. But all I know is that it's in the lily pad islands. Looks like a more or less centralized thing, which would be... What the heck? These things have got to stop bashing into me, though. They're just fucking killing themselves. But yeah, if this thing is supposed to be like 200 meters down, then I'm too high again. Granted, we've seen before that it's not the most accurate. When they say approximate, they really mean approximate. There's something over here, though, including a glow whale, which is good.
I have detected an energy signature of some strength. I am not sure what it is for.
Go ahead and
we've
share
already...
it. Can't hurt.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Alright, well that's fucking 900 meters back down. Not going for that right now. I feel like I don't understand how that's... I don't know. Oh, fucking Christ. You know, some of this shit that I'm hitting, I feel is way more solid than it should be. Okay, I see glow whales, squid sharks. There's some debris, but it's just like sea truck stuff. There's aquarium fragments, which is... I've already got that one, and I don't plan on using it anyway. Maybe you're the stern or something? What is this? Did I make it back to the stern? No, this looks different. Oh, wait. No, I think this is the stern, because right, the engines were there. And then if we go around to the front, no, this is different. Yeah, I don't think we've been to this one. What it is, I don't know. Not even entirely sure I can. Oh yeah, there's a hole there that we can go in, so let's try that. If I can figure out what it is, I'll know where we are, at least. I did bring my laser, right? Good. Also, am I missing something? What was in the second slot? I mean, that can go there now, but I'm a little worried about that. I mean, the fact that if there's nothing here and I don't, yeah, okay, so this is definitely a place I've been to. Um, yeah, so okay, so this is the thruster. So we went way too far north then for what we're looking for. We need to go more or less straight south from here, which is apparently this way. South from here will get us to one place, and then southwest from that place will get us to where to the other piece of the Mercury. But yeah, we need to be down lower. But it shouldn't be like under caves and that. Like it should be something that we can see, you know? I guess, yeah, because this doesn't. Now, was that a rock? Did you? Pricks? So they're like the crab squids? Is that what it was? In the first game, except they're less annoying because they actually have to like get to you and hit you instead of just zapping you from like half a mile away. Stupid things. I mean, I can't go much lower without going into the fucking crevice. But this place, I don't think is supposed to be in a crevice. Let's just head west. Maybe we'll find the other part of the ship instead. Because, yeah, I'm not sure why I'm having so much trouble finding this place. It's like another sea base that's supposed to be down here.
Detecting bow of an astronautical Soltrans-Gov vessel nearby. Vessel name Mercury 2.
There it
Inoperative.
is. Yeah, no shit. So here we go. This is what I wanted. I wanted this more than the other things anyway, so. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this here's the Mercury 2. The bow, which is the front of the ship. I know that much. Maybe I couldn't remember what stern was, but you know. Actually, that even says mercury on it. Now all I need to do is find a way in. Oh, man, I wonder if this giant hole would be a good starting point. Hey, there's a prawn suit here. Maybe we'll get the other grappling upgrade. Oh. Oh my god. Alright. Let's just get inside a little bit. Park on the ground. There we go. Repair this. Just in case something happens while I'm in there. Okay, cargo, that's just salvage. It's obviously the prawn suit. It's just salvage. Alright. I will, and I just gotta say it again. The fact that they have those flowers, like, even in here. Yeah, I'm leaving that one. I don't care about the reactor rods. Don't use nuclear power in this because I don't build bases deep enough down for that to need it. Another nuclear reactor. I guess I might want to, like, look maybe to see if there's, like, anything else that those are used for. I might want to take them actually just anyway. What is this? Chinese potato. No, thanks. Already grown some. Alright, so yeah, I guess I'll take them. Not that I want to, but I should. Another drill arm. More potatoes. Yep. I feel like as soon as we open that, they would no longer be good for planting, right? Like immediately exposing them to like a well, they're deep underwater and they're in an ocean. Look at the featherfish. I like these fish. All right. God, this ultra or like whatever the ultra high capacity tank or whatever I got is fucking amazing. Also, I think we've been recording for way longer than I thought I would have been, but hey, maybe I'll get extra video recorded. Who knows? Wow, yeah. Kind of looks like the blood vines from the first game. It's obviously not because they don't have like all the little pustules and that on them, but like it's very similar like look. Okay, another door. Oh yes, the alien containment. And yes, this is why I wanted to come here. Was because it had the alien containment. Despite huge Altera-led advancements in stellar technology, exploring new worlds still has its challenges, and alien life forms are one of them. That's why we built the Alien Containment Unit. The unit is designed primarily to breed larger or more dangerous species. Uh, Units must be installed in multi-purpose room modules or the large rooms. Units may be connected in rooms stacked in a column. A hatch must be installed in order to access the unit. The base of the unit is a planter, allowing sea flora to be grown from seed. Provided sufficient time and living space, organisms of the same species should mate and reproduce. Eggs inside the unit will hatch over time. Organisms raised from birth and captivity will often exhibit unusually passive behavior. That's just basically telling you that um, if you breed like two squid sharks, I don't have eggs for squid sharks right now, but if you breed two squid sharks in there, oh, excuse me, you can then take out the baby, release it, and it won't attack you. Environmental controls may fail if the unit is overpopulated. Infections may be transmitted faster between specimens in artificial environments. Never tap the glass. You don't know what will tap back or how hard. I think that part's just a joke. I don't think that anything actually happens. I mean, who knows, but trusting my
instincts are never wrong. Stephanos has always been overly cautious. He hates taking risks, which I suppose is understandable when you're in the back end of the galaxy. But no risk, no reward. Elliot finds evidence of alien architecture on a completely uncharted planet, and he expects me to ignore that? Orion's belt, I would be an absolute fool. We've done some scans, and while there aren't a lot of mineral resources on this planet, there is decent biodiversity. Teams go out in the morning. There should be a significant specimen and sample haul for biopatenting, which will be split among the crew as part of the Discovery Clause. Let's see Stephanos and everyone else complain when they have a few more Sol Transgov credits in their uniform pockets. They'll learn to
Yep.
trust my instincts at some point.
Or they will all die horribly on the planet. I wonder which happened, considering that their spaceship is currently underwater and, you know, destroyed. I have a feeling I know which happened. Okay, and then there's another door to cut through there. That's the door I already cut through. Let's grab some more oxygen and go up another. Nope, not there, I won't. Okay, anything else up here? Okay. Oh, got an open door leading to another room. Oh my god, this one is fucking massive, man. Like, good lord. This one is just huge. I kind of wish that I could get my my truck in here with how big this is. Okay, so grab some more oxygen, but then I'm gonna head back to the truck to completely top off. I might actually see if I can get it in here more, because I mean it. I won't obviously be able to get it like all the way in or anything, but I mean I can obviously get it closer. Because you know obviously any extra time is good. Let's go down and actually let's go through here first. The flower or with the oxygen plants around, I should be fairly good to go. Okay, parallel processing unit fragment, which I guess I've already got, so I don't need to worry about that. Got some ribbon plants in here, which I also don't really need to worry about. A lot of metal salvage, some oxygen, oh, and a hole that just leads down into caves, it looks like. Yeah. Excuse me? Well, let me up. If I fit on the way down, I definitely fit on the way up. It's not like I grabbed a cheeseburger while I was down there. Okay. God, I'm gonna get lost in here too. Oh, that's it for this room. I really need to start bringing my handheld flashlight, water and food, I can't help but feel like when they put water and food in these locations, because like I don't know what that nutrient block is made out of in that, but like it can't still be good. But it feels like the oxygen plants where it's like it's not there as a reward, you know, like it's there so that you don't have to like stop exploring, you know. It's like, oh no, I got hungry. I guess I should stop everything and, you know, go back to get food. And then it's like, just give them shit while they're there so that they don't have to keep going back and forth, because that would be rather shitty. And is also why I don't play with Thirst and Hunger on. And I think I saw something that I could have? Maybe like a vent or something? Maybe not. Here, grab some oxygen. Oh, there it is. I think this is where we came in from, hopefully. Sure, why not? Is there a door like... Although, no, we definitely have not been in here before. Oh, got a Subnautic Stimulus from Rocket Gaming. Hey. Oxygen. I'd like to know how that works. Like you push, like you touch the plant, and then somehow oxygen gets into your canister. Oh, here we go. I was like, there's gotta be stuff there. Another parallel processing unit, but we don't need to worry about that.
Orion's belt, this all went sideways. How could I have known that so much would go wrong? I failed my crew. No, I don't fail. I didn't get into this position by being a failure. It's this desolate land, frigid and cursed. Between these tunneling creatures and a strange sickness that a few of the crew are showing symptoms of, we have
Tunneling
to leave at
creatures.
first light tomorrow. We are prepping for a rapid takeoff. We can't take chances with the vibrations drawing the tunnelers, so we're skipping the systems check. Risky, but I have faith in myself and the crew of the Mercury. Landing this thing was practically a miracle, though. But we have to get out of here. Maybe the weapon is to keep people away, but if we leave, it'll let us go. I have to leave the quarantined crew in the cave behind. We will be back for them, but we can't risk an unknown infection spreading through the Mercury. We're packing survival kits for them, but there's only enough surplus for about 2 weeks. I'm telling them that we will come back, but I don't think I can land here safely twice. I hate this, but I have to leave them behind. I can't risk the entirety of the Mercury.
I mean, yeah, that's a shitty situation to be in. Would not envy her. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you made the right choice. It's a shitty ass choice. But, yeah. Now, that implies that that this ship landed here before we shut off the gun in the first game. Um, which is interesting. So they landed here, and then when they tried to take off again, obviously it didn't go well. But the question is, how did they land in the first place? Considering that in the first game we couldn't let any like the sunbeam, like as soon as it got close, the gun just fucking destroyed it. Maybe the Mercury managed to take a shot or something. Now, she did say that they left them in a cave behind, but I have to assume that once again that cave has nothing to do with where we currently are. Because when she first said that, I was like, oh, there must be like a cave like right next to this thing where they put them, but it's like that doesn't actually make sense. Because she was also talking about the vibrations drawing the tunneling things. And hello, this is outside. And we actually haven't got to those tunneling things yet because I don't know if I want to deal with them. I mean, obviously I'll have to deal with them at some point, but that's like a whole thing. Hey, nuclear reactor fragment. I think I can already build this, but nope. Uh, Renewable energy sources will usually be sufficient for maintaining a small outpost. For everything else, there's nuclear power. Powered up by 4 replaceable uranium reactor rods. Do not attempt to replace reactor rods without adequate protection. Do not attempt to overclock the reactor. Nuclear is ideal for energy-intensive operations such as self-sufficient colonies supporting more than 20 people, industrial outposts operating multiple docks and heavy machinery, or research stations housing live specimens. Now, since our research station that will house live specimens is near the surface, that is less of a problem for us since we can actually just use solar.
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was shorthanded because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing, and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight, and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship. People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stephanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella. I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has long since worn off and my body aches. I think I might have fractured the rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a bit. When I wake up, I'll figure this out. I'll save us.
Alright. Okay, well, with that, though, we have to try and find our way back to our truck. Because I see that we are very quickly running out of oxygen here, which is very unfortunate because I'm not seeing any of the plants either. Okay, so if that's where
Warning.
that is,
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
boop. Now we have more, thank you. Okay, but there is more stuff in there. Whew. Made it back, safe and sound. Still have a lot more exploring to do, though. Okay, so that was that door, and we still have stuff in there. Okay, that's where the nuclear reactor was. Wow, we actually were not very far in at all. There was something, yeah. Cut to gain access. Man, am I just gonna walk out of here with like a bunch of nuclear reactor cores? Oh, no, what is this one? I think that's synthetic fiber. Which is handy. I mean, we can use that. It is required for some stuff. So that's good. Okay, so there's a vent leading into that room from somewhere. That was where? Oh, I see there's another entrance here. Man, this thing is full of holes that I could have came in. But that does seem to be it for this door that I cut through. Oh, although this might just be another exit. Yes, that's just another exit. And what is in this room, though? Oh, there is stuff in here. Another power cell. Ooh, a wiring kit. That's nice. Oh, nice. It's always nice to get like little things like that. I mean, to be fair, at this point, the power cells and batteries, oh my god. I don't need them, but like a wiring kit, like there's a decent chance that I'll need another wiring kit at some point, you know? Okay, well let's, you know what, we're right here. We may as well just get our oxygen back while we're here. Go. Because then there is another door in here. Realistically, the nice thing, batteries would be better to find than power cells at this point, just because like I may need a battery. Um, oh, I'm using the wrong tool for this. Like I may need a battery before we're done here. You know, like I'm having to cut into a lot of stuff, so it's always possible that I'll need a battery. Whereas like the power cell, since I have the ion ones, and even if I didn't have the ion ones in my truck, I still don't think that I would need another. And more potatoes, yeah. I don't think that I would need another power cell to make it home. More potatoes. Oh, we got another.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is every xenolinguist's dream. I mean, I was helping with the planetary scans, and there are possible unknown structures on the surface. This could set my career up for life. The images are a little degraded coming through the atmosphere, but it looks like intentional and complex architecture, which means civilization, and civilization means dun, 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 language. Oh man. And now most of the crew wants to get home. I understand that, but this could be a defining discovery. I'm definitely going to put a bug in Diana's ear about going to the surface so I can take a team to explore. I desperately hope this pans out. Oh, I can't wait till we get into communication range with Soul again. Layla and the kids would love to hear this. I mean, it's rough being away from them so long, but this might just make it worth it. I'll be able to give them so much more.
All right. Okay, so it looks like most of the rest of the stuff that is going to be worth it in here is back where all those ribbon plants were. Unless, of course, there's more than one room with ribbon plants in it, which, I mean, could be. I'm not going to bother to waste my time cutting into that, since it's nuclear waste disposal. Okay. Since it's just going to be another parallel processing unit, and I can already make them. So many reactor rods. But yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. But yeah, I think the rest of the stuff is where the ribbon plants were. Like, obviously, I don't know for sure, having not ever been in this place before. Oxygen. Yeah, like, we're only at 95% power. Like we've effectively barely took any power off out of those power cells. And I know that, you know, the ion ones are obviously an improvement over the regular ones, but I still feel like they can't be that much of an improvement that, like, I would need another power cell in here. Okay, so this was it when I went through the vent? Is that where the all the ribbon plants were, maybe? The vent was down here next to this. Yeah. Ribbon plants, yay. Because, yeah, there's supposed to be 3 more PDAs and a blueprint to get. I guess this... No, this looks like a cafeteria, not like bunks. Oh, this looks like bunks, bunk beds. Oh, what is that one? Oh, that's just a regular battery. Good. Okay. Oh, here's a PDA. One of them.
Well, we landed safely, despite my apprehension. Diana, damned adrenaline junkie, took one of her defining risks and it paid off. Why hire me as the maintenance engineering officer if you aren't going to listen to their advice? Papa. I didn't go to school for 8 years and get 3 degrees for nothing. I tried to convince Diana that we don't need to stop for repairs. That's what the drift drive and the secondary propulsion system are for. It's just a bit slower. But she's in charge, not me. On the plus side, I get to work with Yasmin. I didn't know she was such a busybody. She's been going around the whole ship giving folks a hand. I think she was getting on Diana's nerves, so she assigned Yasmin to me. She's helping me inspect and repair the thruster systems. I thought I was the most mechanically inclined person on the ship, but I think she has me beat. She can definitely teach me a thing or two, as long as I don't get too distracted by her smile. She's got the best smile.
So nice. Such a shame that, they're probably all dead. Okay, so there's got to be another bunk room. Oh, wait, as I see. No, that's garbage again. Because, I mean, this is clearly a cafeteria, not a bunk room. But that was a bunk room. There. And this doesn't lead anywhere. Just that. Grab some more oxygen. Can't get that door open either, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I wish that I had more to go off of than it's in a bunk room. Grab the plant. There's no point in going for it if it's going to take just as much oxygen as you get. Did we go through this? This is definitely not the one we came out of. Oh, although this might be the one that leads back into the, yeah. Into the front part of the ship. The cockpit, if you will. Yeah, I really need to bring my just regular flashlight instead of having to use this for light. It would definitely make things easier. Okay. Back in here, looking for more bunks. But I don't. Like I said, my only real clue that they mentioned it's in the bunk room with all of the ribbon plants. And like this is the only place that I can think of that we've ran into ribbon plants in here. But I'm not. But we've only found one bunk room and it only had the one thing in it. Is this where we came? Yeah, that's where we came in. Hang on. Inside the Mercury 2, on the bunk, in the room with the ribbon plants. this is obviously the room with the ribbon plant. The bunk is obviously over here, but there's no, I guess there's no ribbon plants in the bunk room. The hole is just into a cave. There isn't like another piece of the ship here. Oh my god, yeah. And I mean, is that a water filtration unit? Maybe? Which I just realized isn't in this game, which is weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know this stuff is in here somewhere, but I feel like we've went everywhere now, and we still haven't found them. Like I said, I don't think there's anywhere else that we haven't been to, and I don't recall seeing ribbon plants in any other part of the ship. I mean, there was none in this area. Let's head back and get our air. I mean, like, we found a couple other entrances to this place as well, but I don't think that help us at all. Because all that tells us is that there are other entrances, but for all I know, we found them all. Alright, let's see. Okay, so we have this area here. And we have the one door there, one door there. Got this door here, which leads to the cockpit. What I'm assuming is the cockpit. And then from the cockpit, we have the door we came through. And that vent there, which does lead back to the ribbon plant area. But I can't find what I'm looking for in that area, so I guess I'm hoping that there's another ribbon plant area or something. Okay. And there's no other vents or anything to enter here. Okay, and then there's that's the door we entered from. Okay, and then it looks like, okay, so the cockpit is the only entrance on the top floor. On the second floor, we have the entrance that we came in. And this one over here, which leads to the nuclear reactor stuff. Or something, right? No? No idea. Some kind of storage and a vent. So let's go into this vent. Where does this one lead? Oh, right, and then that leads into that, which is technically the nuclear reactor area, because that's what's out there. But yeah, that's this whole section. So that's okay. So we can mark that one. Okay, so the third and second floor are done. Like, there's nothing else to find. Starting from this room, anyway, the third and second floor are done. And then on the first floor, we have that door there, which leads to all of the nuclear reactor stuff. Because like that's where the reactor was. We got a bunch of rods and that. We got up here, but there doesn't seem to be. And then that room, which we did go into, got some more stuff out of it. reactor rods again, I think. I don't remember. Oh, I think we may have got the wiring kit out of that one. And then... Huh? And this is the other side of that room we were just in. And then this room up here, which once again, we got everything out of. So, the only other... Yeah, so that's all of this area. And then it also has the exit to outside, which doesn't really help us at all. Okay, and so that's, and then the only other, and then we have the vent there, and that's what we got. Also, what was it that it wanted me to, maybe just a fish swam by. Okay, so let's get our oxygen back. And then, yeah, I don't know, because like this thing here says on a bunk in the room with the ribbon plants, right? And then this one, on the bunk in the room with the ribbon plants. And then this thing, on the bunk in, well, this actually just says on the bunk inside the bow. So I guess technically that one doesn't say with the ribbon plants, but I don't know of another bunk room besides the one that's in here. So whatever I'm missing, ow, it's gotta be something in here. Another one of those, which I don't think I actually realized was there. Man, my foot really hurts now. I kicked the edge of my desk when I adjusted there. Got so many fucking this shit. Salvage. Okay, and then over here we just have this room that had some food and water in it. Because I'm assuming this, yeah, because this is the mess hall. Man, really is a lot of ribbon plants here. But while debris may have got lower, I doubt that an entire bunk room would have managed to fall down there. Oh, wait a minute. Did I go this way? I may not have went this way. This looks new. This is definitely new. Did I really just like not take a left turn or right turn, whatever the hell direction I took there? Like really? I'm gonna say so, cause yeah, here's all the shit. Good lord.
We need to get off this planet. I mean, the morning started out so well. I took a team of 6 out to find the structures from the planetary scans, and we were all in high spirits. I mean, who wouldn't be? These structures would be clues to another sentient race. It was highly unlikely that another colony would be out this far. We were gonna be in the frickin' history books. Everything was going okay. We were a few miles from the ship when our radios picked up an actual signal. It sounded like an SOS. We got overly excited naturally and decided to enter the water to follow it. That decision cost 3 lives. I mean, half my team, they got ripped to shreds by something. They died screaming, alone in the cold, dark waters. I'm not going back in that godforsaken ocean again. I refuse. Some of the animals on this planet, they look sick too. Weird pustules on the skin, oddly sluggish. I think we should leave. But Diana said we should stay. She thinks the biopatent payoffs would be worth it, but those families will never see their loved ones again. They don't care about no payoffs. We can't return the bodies. I don't care about the accolades or the history books. I just want to see Layla and the kids. Ah, man. I miss the smell of my wife's hair. The kids tackling me at the door again. That's all I want. To get out of here alive. Please.
Well, that's the dangers of being an explorer. Okay, here's what I really cared about, because that's the reinforced dive suit. This suit is reinforced with synthetic fibers to reduce incoming physical and thermal damage. Shock absorption reduces physical impact velocity by approximately 50%, rated for temperatures up to 70 degrees. You are not invulnerable when wearing this suit. The reinforced dive suit. Why take chances when you can take Altera? So we'll be able to make that when we get back. Another battery. Okay, and then there's one more PDA to find. Boop.
Soul
Captain
should pay me
Badass.
more to lead these missions. I saved the whole damn crew from destruction. Mercury 2 was nearly obliterated by an immensely powerful energy beam. I don't know any weapon system with that level of capability. The power source to get that kind of range must be, well, otherworldly. We got lucky. The energy signature is similar to some of the weaponry meant to counter pirates on mining freighters. The refraction of the beam across the atmosphere? Orion's belt, it looked like the Northern Lights. Such power. I fired the emergency flares and dumped water from the nuclear core. I think the heat signature confused the weapons tracking for just an instant. I managed a slight evasive maneuver, and I felt the mercury get rocked by the sonic boom as the nuclear runoff rapidly evaporated. That alone could have taken us out. Definitely asking for a pay raise. This is not what I signed up for. My days of risky missions should be behind me. But what the hell? I still got it. Even if it was luck. Hopefully, whatever didn't want us on the planet doesn't mind when we leave.
Oh, it does though, because if you in the first game, if you try and leave before you get the gun shut off, it will shoot you out of the sky. Okay, so this is the last room. I need to do a quick. Well, I guess I don't need a quick scan. For some reason, I thought my oxygen was lower. Can't believe how many times I was looking through here and I just didn't like I just never turned right. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I went straight across, I went up there, I never just turned right. Like, what a dumb reason to not be able to find something, you know? Anyway, we'll head back. Now, this part, I was going to say it's definitely long enough to cut into two at this point. And by the time we get back, it will be. But you know what? I'm enjoying playing this game so much that I don't want to record it less. So I think we'll just head back. I'll show you what I did. And then we'll just have like a long part. Because I mean, I guess some of these parts anyway, considering that they were streams, are like 2 or 3 hours long. So unfortunately, it does mean we're going to have to find our way back here to get the other two locations. Although, now that we got the reinforced dive suit... Oh, that isn't what was over there. Alright, never mind. That's something else. I don't even know what that is. I don't think I particularly care. I think that's an upgrade that lets me swim faster. Um, but yeah, I'll go back, show you everything. We'll just have a very long part since, like I said, the first couple parts of this were streams, so they were like 2 or 3 hours, whatever they were. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see. It's kind of a shame that I couldn't find that other location, because there was a couple things in there that I would have liked to get as well. But oh well. Like I said, well, next part we'll head back down to the general area that we just were. Back to the Lily Pad Islands, see if we can find the other sea base that's over there that I want to explore. And then there's just like a platform in the water, a little northwest of where we were, that has a couple of things on it. And then hopefully we'll be able to find them both quickly, and then we can head back down to Marguerite's sea base and see if we can grab her last log. Dude, you still missed the fish after all that. Also, you seem to be awfully close to my base. I mean, I don't mind. You're not really much of a threat. I mean, you're about as much of a threat as the Stalker was in the first game. Alright. So, why are we... Oh, right, we're losing power right now because I plugged in, because it's recharging my truck, but that's fine. But anyway, so I rearranged my plants here, and like I said, there is a new one, the hardy cave bush, because we did come across this one. It's just in the thermal spires, so I mean, we just never scanned it. So I grabbed the seeds. A common reddish purple species which grows well on rocky terrain. Bam, done, right? Big whoop. But then over here, I've been taking out, because there is still some more stuff that we need. There we go. Drop that in there to grow that. And I don't remember exactly what I have those spots saved for, but I know that I want something in there. That was the only seeds I brought, right? Yeah, because I brought these, but I don't really need them. Oh, also, I guess apparently I had depleted reactor rods. All right. I have to change out all the batteries in my gear too, because I actually used a bunch. Anyway, as you can see, I have less pictures on the wall now. Might be wondering, where did they go? Well, if we go over here, we can see that, because we actually have all the plants now. Like, this is all of the land plants. So I planted a second lantern fruit tree because I like that one. I got the fever pepper tree there, the horseshoe shrub there, the Chinese potatoes and marble melons there, and then the Preston's Delight and frost vase plants there. Preston's Delight, very annoying plant. You got to chop it up a bunch before you get it, but you might wonder what this ladder is. Well, I built myself a bedroom. I only put one window in it. Looks out that way, because why not? Put the things up there. Built that bed, and I built myself an aquarium. And I went out and got myself some feather fish. Got 4 of the blue, 4 of the red, because I can hold 8 fish in here. And yeah, and like I said, I really like the feather fish in this game. Um, so yeah, there will be a lot changed the next time you see when you come back actually in the next part, because I'm gonna build the alien containment, which means I'll be able to put my eggs in there, and I'll stock it up with fish from the areas that we've been to. I'll go out and collect them and shove them in there, and I'll probably bring some plants from out there or get some seeds and plant them in the planters as well. And then I'll put up a couple more lockers as well to hold stuff. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for more.